In Datomic, a database value is a collection of datums. A datum is an atomic fact that represents the addition or retraction of a relation between an entity, an attribute, a value, and a transaction. A datum is expressed as a 5-tuple: an entity ID, an attribute, a value for the attribute, a transaction ID, a boolean indicating whether the datum is being added or retracted. Transactions can be about multiple entities, and the transactions themselves are one or more datums. An entity can consist of datums with any attributes defined by the schema. Because all datums are part of a single relation, this is called a universal relation. Every transaction is assigned a transaction ID that is unique within the database. Transactions are fully serialized, and the transaction IDs increase over time. So transaction IDs are a total ordering of all transactions. Every datum includes the ID of the transaction that added the datum. The transaction ID is in the TX position. Transaction IDs are themselves entity IDs. Since entities are just a bunch of datums with the same entity ID, transactions can have datums that describe them. Datomic assigns a dbTX instant for every transaction, so every transaction knows the wall clock time it was recorded in the database. Datomic uses multiple indexes to efficiently access datums in different sort orders. The indexes are automatically managed by Datomic, and Datomic utilizes the appropriate indexes in the query engine and pull API. You can also directly access the indexes via the Datoms API if you need to. With these indexes and universal relation, you can model tables, columns, documents, and graphs. Datomic can navigate references bidirectionally, so you don't need to model relationships in both directions. A Datomic database is a set of datums that each have their own entity, attribute, value, transaction ID, and operation. It's really that simple.